Welcome back to this week's Q&A. And Ron, I understand you have another question for our distinguished guest this evening.
Yes. Well, at the just concluded Manila International Auto Show, you showcased a beautiful car. This is 208, and it attracted a lot of spectators. It's a beautiful car, and it was dressed like a rally car. Does this mean that Peugeot is also going to motorsports in the coming months?
You're talking about rallies or?
Yes, yes.
Well, probably on a limited scale, inside Clark Air Base or Subic, probably that can be done there. But actually, we are importing this 208 because we want to show the public that Peugeot is not just limited to just the conventional models. The Peugeot brand has also this kind of cars that are really very popular throughout the world. Like for example, this 208 GT, because it enhanced the image of the brand. Like the 208 GTI, for example. This, the predecessor of this is a 205 GTI before. It has been used for so many races and rallies in Europe and in some other part of the world, and has been, getting a lot of trophies, winning trophies and so on. Like for example, this 208 GTI just won the Pikes Peak rally. That is a rally where you go up to the mountains and so on. That means that, just shows the tremendous advancement of the technology that Peugeot has attained since it was last introduced here in the Philippines. The Peugeot today is quite different from the Peugeot that was 5 or 6 years or 7 years ago. They have really catch up with the latest technology in car making, and that's why it is really something that we have to introduce here in the Philippines.
Felix, when I refer to you as the Philippine automotive industry guru, it's not an empty compliment, knowing that you have worn several hats while going through the many years of your experience in the automotive industry. You were with personnel, you were with manufacturing, you were with sales, and of course now the pinnacle, you're the president of Eurobrand, after being the president of Kia Philippines. And aside from wearing these hats as an executive of several car companies, you've also wore hats of manufacturer and an importer. Right now you are an importer. From where you sit now, how do you think can the government help automobile importers so it may further perk up the local auto industry?
Actually, Butch, we are not really our group. If you talk about the group, okay, and that means other brands that we have now in our stable. It just so happens that I am more concerned now with the importing company, which is ADI.
Okay.
But you know that I am also overseeing the assembly plant that we have there still in DIP until now. Mm-hmm. And we're still doing some, body making, manufacturing. For me, really, the manufacturing really has some edge because aside from coming up with, the best effect or the best side effect, not the best side effect or something. The significance of manufacturing is you are creating more employment, hiring more people, giving support or assistance to the many families in the Philippines. That's the beauty of manufacturing. And that it creates more, not only jobs, but create more industry, supporting industry. So the effect is tremendous when you have a manufacturing industry compared to just, importation, selling, and so it has, I think, eventually we have to come to that.
Mr. Mabilog, you mentioned earlier that the fuel is one of the important concerns of the motorist, and yes. Last year you conducted a series of fuel economy runs, yes. Wherein you got phenomenal results. No? And I think the three of us had the opportunity to join one of the legs, and I can attest that the 3008 is a very fuel efficient car. What about for 2014? Will you be doing the same activity, or will you be introducing other activities?
Well, for one, we intend to continue with that. We want that to be a yearly activity, one of our marketing activities. Yes, talking about that, you were there, Ron. You say that it was done really as normal as possible. No tampering or anything, and so on. We just make sure that nobody closed their air conditioner, so they will not have any edge on the others. But it was an open thing and so on, and we invited the customers themselves, the buyers themselves, to see what their cars can do. And we invited you as neutral parties and very honorable people to see that it was conducted in a very transparent way. And surprisingly, and you saw it, it after the average kilometer per liter that was achieved was 25 kilometers per liter.
Well, I remember those competition really. Nobody's supposed to turn off their air cons.
Yes.
And, Ron
There
is
was a
suppo-
marshal inside.
Yes, Ron always comes up the winner, except
At
every
least,
time I see him, he's sweating. Anyway, I guess that's all the time we have for our Q&A this evening. But before we let you go, sir, my good friend Felix, I know you took pains to get out from your very busy schedule. So may I give you this opportunity to address our viewers, especially the Peugeot present and future owners, for a message. Please, the camera is yours.
Well, first, I would like to thank the buying public for the warm reception that we got for our first year of operation. And we really appreciate that. And because of the trust and confidence on our brand, we promise not to let you down. The dealer organization that we put up, the dealer facilities that we put up so far all over the country is a testimony to that assurance that you will be taken care of whenever you buy a Peugeot. We are going to put up additional 5 more dealerships, 3 in Metro Manila and 2 in the Visayas, 1 in Davao and 1 in Iloilo. This Peugeot brand, really, we bring it in because we wanted the Philippine consumer, the public, consuming public, to have a choice between a very expensive European high-end models and the ordinary. When I say ordinary, I'm not trying to belittle the Asian cars. I used to market also the Asian cars, Asian models. But it's a choice, that if you would like to have a much better car in line with your way of life, and you cannot still afford to get the best one or the more expensive ones, try the Peugeot. Because the Peugeot will give you the kind of premium quality that you desire on the higher end brands. It has the same reliability. In addition to that, you have the most efficient fuel consumption system, not counting helping also preserve the environment. But the most important thing is you can get the Peugeot cars at more affordable prices.
Thank you, sir. Please expect my advertising bill.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so much again.
And on that note, we end this week's Q&A. May I thank Mr. Paulo Subido
Thank you for having us, sir.
of Top Gear Magazine for being with us, and thank you too to Ron De Los Reyes
Thank you, Butch.
of Auto Review. And of course, may I express my appreciation for the privilege of having as guest the local auto industry guru and current president of Eurobrand distributor of Peugeot, the Mr. Felix Mabilog. Until the next time, thank you for watching our Q&A.